So yeah, I was scrolling through Spin Pasta and I found this one and it gave me a bit of a laugh. So I'm going to be reading that tonight. Uh, Plus a little bonus story. I'll talk about that when I get to it. So this is
The
called
little bisexual community.
so this is called The Little Einsteins Terminated.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let's begin this story at the very end of the first day of school. I was riding the bus home. Suddenly, when I was walking home, I found a rare little Einsteins DVD on my porch, because those tend to appear. The DVD had Leo, June, Quincy, Annie, and in a blue background with the show's logo and a red text below it. Another one? Another one. I wondered. I hope it's better than the last one. As you may know, the last encounter I had with a lost episode of Little Einsteins turned themselves into the evil Einsteins. Truly, it can't get any worse, right?
Evil gang.
Evil.
Wrong. So when I put the disc in my DVD player, the first thing to show up was, you guessed it, the Playhouse Disney logo. Only that the mouse is a robot and the text is robotic. Afterwards, a few promos of past Playhouse Disney shows played. After that, the DVD menu was in my sight. The menu wasn't very creative. It was the four residents in the same blue background. Yeah, same shit. What do you know? I pressed play all to watch the episodes in this order. There was a fifth episode that left a shocked expression on my face. Before that, a warning came up on the screen. Warning. The following episode was made by a former animator of Curious Pictures before suddenly dying in a plane accident. Okay, that took quite a turn.
Yeah. It was
The,
9/11.
the episode was also made to promote the theatrical release of The Terminator, despite not being related to Disney. No shit. Watch at your own risk. It might
At
contain
least they
violence.
acknowledge it.
That's The Terminator, huh? I wondered. Let's see what happens in this episode. The intro played, but something was entirely bizarre and different. There were flying missiles everywhere, and they exploded on anything they touched. And to make things even crazier, Leo, June, Quincy, and Annie weren't even noticing any of the explosions. They were acting like nothing is even happening. It's just a typical Sunday for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once the logo appeared, it was entirely robotic themed. Everything was gray except for the letters, which were red. Oh god, I got a burp. Okay. What the hell was that
Slay.
intro? I muttered in confusion. The next thing to show was the title card, which took place in the rocket room. The only character in the title card was June, but she looked like she got hacked. Her eyes were black holes with realistic bloody red pupils. Why not Terminator?
Emo.
Why not Terminator pupils? Her headband was red and her dress was in a dark blood color. It read out Terminated in dark red text. The episode began with a transition to Leo. Hello, friends, he greeted. Let's go see what June is doing. It then panned down to June with her normal appearance doing her ballet skills. Boy, I sure do like to dance, June said to herself. Just then, a familiar face walked towards her with a laptop. June turned around and gasped. Who are you? June questioned. Who am I, you may ask? Well, let me introduce myself. The familiar face told June. I am the Terminator, and I am here to annihilate you and your home planet. What? June gasped. Is that why you have that laptop? This Laptop is for hacking you. I can't even do a good Arnie impression. The Terminator told June. I am going to hack you, and I will use you to kill all the non-humans here. Wait, what? June gasped. The Terminator grabbed out a hammer. No, wait, June pleaded. Please don't do this to me. Despite the pleas, the Terminator bonked June in the head so hard using the hammer, knocking her out and breaking her headband. The Terminator then opened up his laptop and started to hack into June. June screamed in anguish as her brain was being washed.
Oh
June's
boy.
June's screams caught the attention of Leo as he turned to see what was happening and gasped in horror. Hey, Leo berated. You leave June alone. Hey! Okay. It's too late, the Terminator replied. She is fully hacked and ready to cause destruction. Suddenly, a portal appeared behind the Terminator. And before he left, he turned to Leo and reminded, I'll be back. I was getting frightened at what I've seen so far. June was hacked by one of the most famous movie villains, and now she was going to destroy Rocket. I just knew it. June was now in the same appearance as the title card. She then climbed on the top of the rocket and got ready to kill Leo. Us humans will take over this world, June told Leo. You can't do anything to stop artificial intelligence. So are you human or are you not? I don't get it.
Dead ass.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
June, no, don't do this, Leo pleaded. Sorry, June stated, but I'm afraid I have a job to do. June's arm then turned into a machine gun as she immediately aimed at Leo before shooting him. Leo screamed in agony as he was being shot, but his actor, Jesse Schwartz, was actually getting bullet holes in him. Leo then fainted to the ground. Okay. June decided to use her newfound powers to do what she's been programmed to do. Then cut to black, but the episode wasn't over yet. It then did a transition to Quincy and Annie chatting with each other in room. Hey, Quincy? Annie spoke. What is it, Annie? Quincy asked. What happened to June? She's been acting really strange lately, Annie told Quincy with concern in her voice. Quincy glanced around nervously before responding. I don't know, Annie. Something's definitely not right. She's been acting aggressive and unpredictable. It's like she's a completely different girl. Just as they were discussing June's peculiar behavior, June appeared out of nowhere with a menacing expression and evil grin on her face. Quincy, Annie, you guys are next, June shouted in a hauntingly distorted voice. Well, looks like we're done for, Annie muttered. Oh, crap, Quincy muttered. Prepare to die, you fools, June told Quincy and Annie. Why did that sound like a garbage male version of sin?
Peak.
Alright. What are you doing? Annie gasped. June then shredded Quincy and Annie countless times with her leg. I got a head in the fucking mouth.
Okay.
Quincy and Annie screamed in agony as they were being shredded. When the screen cut to black, it then did a transition to Melody in the rocket room singing, What a beautiful day to sing. Okay.
What the fuck was that?
That's what I'm wondering.
Just then, Green Monster came in. Melody! Green Monster said to Melody, I have to tell you something. What is it? Melody questioned. I saw June suddenly killing Quincy and Annie, Green Monster revealed. What? Melody gasped. June would never do that. That was until June pulled up. Hello, suckers. June greeted sinisterly. Melody and Green Monster turned around, saw June, and gasped. Oh no! Melody screamed. That's just great. Green Monster groaned angrily. Oh no, she found us. You're damn right I did, June
God.
replied.
His ass.
Yeah.
I was shocked, so nobody said a curse word on a little Einsteins show. What are you about to do? Green Monster gasped. June didn't say anything and charged at Green Monster and Melody. It suddenly cut to black, but all that was heard was Melody screaming. Alright, trying to get a hold of myself. It then faded to the rocket and what happened to it. Everything was destroyed. Suddenly, the Terminator and June entered the shot and saw what happened. Excellent. The entire premises has been destroyed. Well done, June. Thank you, Master, June replied. The Terminator and June did a laugh together, and all I could hear from the two... Oh God, I can't even read. All I could hear from the two were ha ha ha, ha ha ha, like the Ultravox album.
Peak.
Man.
That's their laughter. That's their ever laughter, I stuttered. I've been bamboozled.
What?
It then faded to the credits, but the Terminator and June covered the rocket in gasoline and lit matches to set it on fire. That episode was so messed up that it made my skin so pale, and it didn't even include them going on missions and helping people, even using Rocket's backup booster to go super fast in season 2. It then cut to the credits, but Rocket was still destroyed. There was fire everywhere. The text was robotic, and the music playing was the Terminator 2 Judgment Day theme. After the credits, it showed the curious pictures and Baby Einstein logos, but they were both robot-themed. They both acted like robots, too. The Playhouse Disney original logo was the same as the last encounter. It then cut to the menu, and since I was so traumatized, I then took out the DVD, put it back in the case, and destroyed it with a rifle.
Why do you have a rifle on hand?
I got a Glock in my Rari.
Yeah, this obviously, actual, peak story. It has the Terminator and everything. Time to pull out my musket to destroy it. No way I can watch Little Einsteins after watching an episode like that. What are you talking about? This is absolute library right here.
Absolute cinema.
This is Mail Time by a buddy of ours, Pizza Guy.
Yo.
Pizza Guy, if you're watching this, hi.
Hey, bestie.
Alright. There's a little author's note. I guess I'll read that. This story is intended to be an in-universe pasta and original story using several cliches from the Creepypasta Fanon wiki. All credit goes to the people behind those stories. This is also my first story on this wiki. Alright. My name is Steve. I'm currently enrolled in a college in New York. Before I moved out of my house 4 years ago to go to college, I gave my little brother Joe full ownership of the place and made a deal that he'd take care of our dog, a nice little puppy named Blue, for the next few years until I got back. Fuck.
Wait, Steve's Blue Clues?
Yeah. It's now 2006 in my senior year, and it's my fuck. I can't. I'm having a hard time.
Boy, feel you can't English.
Okay.
Skill issue.
And I honestly hope Joe is doing well in these times. It's been a while since the two of us last saw each other. Recently I got a package. There was no shipping information, no anything. It was just there. Curiously, I took it into my dorm and opened it up. I was hoping for something from Joe or maybe our parents, but that's not what I got at all. Inside was an audio cassette player with two tapes. The first was labeled Play Me First, while the second was unlabeled. Um, Naturally, I put the first tape into the player and began to listen. The following is a transcription of what I heard on it. Hiya, Steve. It's been far too long since we last got to see each other. Mail's here. Mail's here. I'm so glad these messages got to be sent your way because you get to hear me speak again. The voice sounded eerily familiar, and his dialect was awfully similar too. Is that who I'm thinking of? Whatever, let me put the rest. Joe's been doing just fine. Blue's been well fed and she's been walked. The kitchen's cleaned. Mail's checked. The works. As for me, let's just say I never fail. Flip to side B. I did as I was told, but all side B contained was the sounds of hinges creaking and metal being slammed shut. There was occasional murmuring heard in the background, but none of it could be made out. I listened to it, all 3 minutes of it. Can't believe I did that. Made a sandwich in that time. After taking a mental break by eating that sandwich, I took the second tape out of the box while ejecting the first one, putting it in. Excuse me. What I heard was far different than what I was suspecting. It's something I never want to hear again. The audio began with the sounds of birds chirping and wind blowing. Nothing too out of the ordinary. At first, it seemed like someone was just recording something outside. Then there was whistling, like a person was walking by. Then the hinges creaking again, followed by growling. What sounded like flesh being stabbed was clearly audible. Screaming turned to gurgling before the person seemed to collapse. I was stunned, but also mystified. Was there anything on side B as well? I had to check.
Gold dinner.
After the tape stopped, I quickly took it out and flipped it over. Here's what I transcribed. Hiya, Steve. You wanted more out of me, didn't you? Well, since I'm a generous guy, I wanted to tell you something. Check your room. I left something important. After the tape finished, I ran to my room to see what something he left there. It was a note with only 3 words written on it. I never failed.
Peak.
I actually kind of like this one, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, no shit, honey.
This is a very, very strong start.
Yeah.
And even though it is by the author's admission a bit piss takey and stuff, everything falls in place very well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out here eating up all the shitty OC tropes and stuff with my own, and yes, bitch, slay, twinning.
All right. So that's all the Library of the Damned got for tonight. See you tomorrow.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.